Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin.
Go subs to me.
The Magic are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Orlando before heading out again. And the injury to Raymond Felton, this is really the big story here.
Well, it's going to be a few weeks until he's back, but that's not as bad as it could have.
It's go time.
The Orlando Magic come into this one after the win against Milwaukee.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Harris. Cannot hit. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of...
Go subs to me.
A lot of times when you have an uneven matchup like that, Steve, we've seen it before. The longer it stays close, the more confidence the underdog gains.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He talked mainly about the offense he wants to see them implement. And with all their emphasis on ball screens, you can expect them to be running a pick-and-roll offense for most of this game. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thanks again, Doris. Ellis with it. Picked up by Harris. Barea kicks to Ellis. Nowitzki inside. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Well, Dirk Nowitzki in the league, and he's been that way for a long time. A shot that's falling out of favor, but Clark, for him, it's a go-to weapon.
Yeah, he's able to back down defenders and then hit that nice turnaround. There's really not much you can do to.
Gordon, the pass to Montana. He kicks it to Oladipo. Here's shake and bake. And 1:01 left here in the first quarter. Here's Vucevic. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Vucevic has got 6. For Dallas, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Nowitzki. Orlando grabs the miss.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Oladipo dishes to Harris. Here's Gordon. The kick out to Oladipo. Here's shake and bake. 9-point game his last outing. Montana! 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here is Barea. He's guarded by Montana. Chandler with the screen on Oladipo. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
Passes it to Montana. Here's Harkless. Releases from the wing and drills it. Harkless has got his first points in this one. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Ellis. No good on the buzzer beater. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Magic out in front, leading by 4. 2K.
Monday, February 2nd, Nikola Vucevic and the Orlando Magic go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder. You don't want to miss it.
New PG.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Going with an almost entirely new group here. Tobias Harris is checked in for Vucevic. Fournier comes in for Harkless. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Ben Gordon. And Shake and Bake subbed in for Peyton. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Nowitzki comes in for Chandler Parsons. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Richard. And Barea subbed in for Ellis. Montana, he's in at the point. Fournier out there with Harris. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Fry in at the 5, down low. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be a leader. Nowitzki sets a screen for Rondo. Dishes it to Nowitzki. Puts it up from 12. That one rolling around and rims out.
Man, they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
No good for Montana.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But, Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Rondo against Oladipo. Nowitzki banked in off the glass. Nowitzki's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Dallas. Here's shake and bake. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The end of the first.
Well, Nick, how...
And the second half about to start here in just a few. Orlando making some changes. Harkless is checked in for Harris. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Victor Oladipo. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Chandler. Chandler Parsons comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Jefferson's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for J.J. Barea. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Rajon Rondo is out there with Ellis. Then it's Jefferson. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Stoudemire in at the center position. Channing fries Orlando. Shake and bake comes in for Peyton. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Ellis. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Shake and bake passes to Vucevic. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Rondo kicks to Ellis. The 9-foot shot. There's the bucket. Good. Ellis has got his second bucket. The Magic leading by 16. A minute 20 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's shake and bake. Right now averaging 7 points a game. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Stoudemire. It's Ellis on the wing. The feed to Rondo. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him, and he gets it to go. Vucevic has got 6 in the quarter.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Rondo with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Ellis kicks to Rondo. Back to Ellis. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Down low. That's tipped and stolen by Parsons. Here's the break. Jefferson kicks to Rondo. Back to Jefferson. In low to Ellis. Rebound by the Magic. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
Next Monday night.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin?
Sure.
This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like...
Making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Harris. Reese Harkless comes in for Victor Oladipo. And Shake and Bake subbed in for Payton. Then for the Mavericks, Stoudemire's checked in for Barea. And Chandler Parsons in for Ellis. Montana in at point guard. Fry and Vucevic are the power forward and center. Fournier out there with Mo Harkless. That's who's out there for Orlando. And he gets it to go.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for the Magic.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And, guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. And when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take the first game of the season series. And that's exactly what's taking place here tonight against the Mavericks.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Boy, if they could have had this kind of run earlier in the game, it might have made a big difference.
You know, I think a big reason behind the run, Steve, is that they're not getting pressured as much by the defense now that the game's all but finished.
Vucevic dishes to Fry. Picked by Vucevic. Pass to Fournier. Here's Shake and Bake. He's covered by Aminu. 5 to shoot. Shake and Bake passes to Vucevic.
And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
And the shot is good from Nowitzki. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now the dish to Fry. Kicks to Harkless. And so it's Orlando.
Well, Nick, what can you...
Starting five. Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports, alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr.
You're up.
And Orlando has possession. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
So on the floor, at the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. And it's Peyton in at the 5. Shake and Bake's checked in for the Magic. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Orlando's coach as he addressed his team. Shake and Bake was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Back to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock. Ibaka sets the pick for Waiters. The wing jumper off target.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Well, they've got to meet the energy that they're facing right now. It's so important to battle on the boards.
Harris kicks to Gordon. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Finished off the break. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Serge Ibaka, the 24th pick by the Thunder back in 2008. From the start, Steve, his incredible work ethic has shown through.
No doubt, Kevin. He's become one of the best two-way players in the NBA. Excellent defender, can guard 4s and 5s. A terrific weak-side shot blocker. And that jump shot, that 17-footer, has given Oklahoma City the spacing that offense needs.
The kick out to Westbrook. The shot goes down, and he gets this game back to even. Westbrook's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis.
They had major problems at the charity stripe in that game. It was interesting. They just could not make free throws.
Yeah, and that's frustrating to watch, especially on the road where your opportunities at the line tend to be a little more sparse than when you're at home. Boy, you've got to cash in on them.
Oklahoma City shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
You know, guys, things did not go nearly as well as he would have liked when he stepped up to the free throw line last game.
No, his foul shots just were not dropping for him the other night.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Jones checked in for Ibaka. Singler comes in for Anthony Morrow. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Waiters. 6 to shoot. Here's Shake and Bake, averaging 6 points per contest. And he gets it to go. Shake and Bake's got himself on the board with 3 there. Westbrook with it. And that's not going to go. And that does it for the first quarter. Magic lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Ibaka comes in for Perry Jones. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Singler. And it's Waiters in for Augustine. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Gordon's checked in for Fry. Tobias Harris comes in for Harkless. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Gordon. And Shake and Bake subbed in for Payton. International combo up front with Ibaka and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Morrow in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And the pass to Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Waiters no luck. Orlando leading by 16. Oladipo the pass to Montana. Vucevic a screen on Waiters. Inside to Vucevic. High arcing shot, and it's Oladipo that time on the assist by Vucevic.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Here's Oklahoma City, and following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Waiters dishes to Westbrook, and Waiters kicks to Morrow. Shot clock at 6. Back to Waiters. Takes a 3. No good. And Orlando the other way now. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
And what caused them to lose that last matchup was the mistakes. I mean, they just committed too many turnovers, and they were sloppy with the ball, and that's why they lost.
Here's Shake and Bake. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Harris. It's good from the top of the key. Harris has got 11 points in the quarter.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Westbrook with a wide open look. The Thunder with another miss. The fadeaway. No luck. And so
Scott, what is...
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff.
Welcome back, everybody. Third in for Enes Kanter. Perry Jones comes in for Serge Ibaka. Singler, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Waiters. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Channing Frye's checked in for Gordon. Harkless comes in for Harris. Fournier's checked in for Oladipo. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Payton. So on the floor for Orlando, Fry and Vucevic are the power forward and center. Fournier out there with Ben Gordon, and it's Harkless in at the 3 slot. Shake and Bake's checked in for Harkless. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Orlando's coach as he addressed his team. Shake and Bake was the focus.
.158 left to play in the third. The Thunder, and especially Kevin Durant, seem to be on the clock for when are they going to win a title. But they still haven't closed the deal yet.
And, Kevin, there's no guarantee that you'll win a title. Even if you are a really good team with star players, it just doesn't always automatically happen. I mean, that's not a given, even though they're chipping away at it and they've made some great progress over the last 4 or 5 years. Those things are hard to get.
Fournier passes to Montana. Shot clock at 6. Releases from 15. Vucevic. It's hauled in by Adams.
And to your point about the Thunder, I'm not sure if they're missing anything roster-wise. Up and down, there are very few holes for this team.
Outside Westbrook. It's rebounded by Montana.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
And, you know, going back to what you said about the Thunder, they have the stars and the depth, but maybe adding a few more veterans here and there could help them stay tougher in close games. I think that's the one area they're looking to improve in, more veteran leadership and toughness.
Fournier's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 15. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right. The kick out to Westbrook. He tries for three. That's good. Westbrook's got 12 now in this quarter.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Here's Shake and Bake, averaging 6 points per contest. Out left to the wing. Fournier for three. Good. Fournier's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And here now is our State Farm assist to the game, and Steve coming earlier on a three-pointer.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good passes tonight, some on the interior. This one on the outside, setting up his teammate perfectly for that three-point look.
Thunder trailing by 15. Russell Westbrook out there with Dion Waiters. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. From deep, Morrow, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Clark, they're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, if they just play smart right here, Kevin, this game's pretty much over.
To the wing on the left. Passes it to Montana. Good ball movement here by the Magic. 6 to shoot. Fournier passes to Montana. From outside the arc, Augustine grabs the board. With the fadeaway. Laces one from 3. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in.
Nail biter, man, it don't matter. They are ripping.
The Tower of the Americas in Hemisphere Park, reminders of the International Expo San Antonio hosted years back. The Magic are out of Orlando and into this interconference game. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. I'm Kevin Harlan. You take a look at the Spurs. Orlando's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of dominance. In his 17 years in the league, the Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games. Not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
Clock at 6. Goes back up, and it's laid in by Gordon. And that ties it up.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points. Hard work on the glass there.
Shake and Bake's checked in for Peyton. Let's take this moment to bring you a leaderboard featuring a very well-rounded group. The top rebounding small forwards in the NBA. The last 10 games. The 4th spot held by Kawhi Leonard.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' games. They play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in this league.
And I think it's an area that they all take pride in, Steve. They know they can score. That's expected of their position. But where you separate yourself is going after rebounds. And these guys are really determined to excel in that part. Part of the game.
Vucevic a screen on Parker. Shake and Bake passes to Vucevic. Second chance shot. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Both teams deciding to change it up. Orlando shooting their first foul shot of the night. Free throw no good from Gordon. Spurs have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Mills with it, now guarded by Montana. And Shake and Bake picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bellinelli is checked in for Leonard. There's the screen. Bonner kicks to Joseph. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Doubled by Montana. And here's Mills from the arc.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. Really remade his body in the offseason, adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
From beyond the arc, and he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from Montana. Shake and Bake's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Mills dishes to Bellinelli. Dial with it. He had 10 points in the win against the Clippers.
Yeah, he picked his spots in that game too, Kevin, because I thought he not only did a nice job scoring, but setting up his teammates as well.
And Mills getting quality minutes at the backup point guard position.
Yeah, and for a player who spent time in the D-League, playing in China and his native Australia, it seems he's really solidified his place as an NBA player, Kevin, in part because he refocused on conditioning his body and really developed as an outside shooter too.
And the foul called on Ben Gordon. The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Joseph. Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Magic. And Joseph drops them both. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Shake and Bake, covered by Mills. Ben Gordon on the wing. And Orlando again with the bucket. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Kicks to Bellinelli. Pass to Mills. This one for 3, and he gets it to go. That will count. Cannot hit.
Tune in this Friday.